Kids that are taking music lessons go to their lessons, but they don't practice at home. People are looking for a quick fix on just about everything. If they want to see or listen to music on the internet, they'll want to see something with a video to it. But a lot of people are looking for shorts. They don't want to watch a long YouTube show, particularly, or a long TikTok. Everything has to be done very quickly. People have lost their patience. Everything has to be a quick fix. The new musicians of today are finding that the new technology corrects all their problems. It's laziness. When they don't want to produce good music and have to use electronic instruments, computers, to make corrections on their lack of talent, lack of musicianship, and they are relying very heavily on AI. You don't have to have a band anymore. You don't have to have a band. All you need is a computer. This is what things are coming to in this world. It's already come to that. People are not even singing when they're on stage. A lot of times it's just all pre-recorded music. They're lip syncing to it. And they're not hiring bands anymore because it's cheaper to just do all your special effects, your percussion, and everything you need on a computer. All that instrumentation is available to you today. Not for tomorrow, but today. You don't need a band. You don't need a band at all. Think of the expenses to hire members of the band. Or if you just want to hire for studio sessions, you don't even have to do that anymore. So the question is today's music really real? Everything is artificial intelligence, everything is computer related, everything else is a quick fix. This is the new level of music. It's a new level. And you don't know what you're listening to anymore. You could take somebody with not too much talent and through electronic technology, through various equipment, voice enhancement, double tracking, triple tracking. You can make somebody with a lousy voice sound actually very good. You ever see a stage performance, whether it's on, video or what it might be? Do you really think the person's voice sounds that good? They're like, and I'm not an expert on this shit, but they're like double tracking, triple tracking, quadruple tracking their voice. Nobody has a voice like that. Well, your voice sounds so whole because it sounds like there are three of you singing at the same time. Nobody has that kind of voice. Maybe Pavarotti does. And I don't think Pavarotti gets involved with that shit. So everything is a quick fix. And I do mean everything. If you see somebody diddling around with their phone, chances are they're looking at social media. That's what they're looking at, social media. And they don't want to spend a lot of time. They don't want to spend a lot of time looking at something that's quite lengthy. They want shorts. They want to see shorts on YouTube, shorts on TikTok. Okay, they want to get to the nitty-gritty of perhaps a musical band they want to listen to. What's the short version of it? I don't want to listen to the whole thing. Let me see the highlights. If it's not on video, I'm probably not going to listen. So stats don't lie. They've done stats. I want you to listen to a guy's show and listen to his last show. His name is Rick Beato, Beaoto. Beaoto. What did they decline? What? Hold on. Something about the airlines here. Declined to have a twice-a-week schedule because they seem observed that the passengers will only fluctuate only on weekends. Meaning what? Getting off to a bad start as far as the flights going from Battaglia to Cebu. They were going to offer twice weekly, but now there's some kind of discrepancy with that, and I kind of figured that. And the introductory price I was telling of $888 is just an inauguration price. I have no idea what the normal price would be. And then, say you wanted to only visit Cebu for 3 days, and they're only offering flights once a week or twice a week. That means you'd have to stay in Cebu or Manila, wherever you want to go, and extend your time there, which of course will cost you more money on housing and so forth and eating. So I'm not really sure if this airline thing from Battaglia here is really going to work out. I don't think so. Let's see what else they're saying. Let's see this here. But maybe, sir, if the time will come, there will be more passengers even on weekdays. Then maybe there'll be an additional flight soon aside. Sounds like, I'm going to basically write, sounds like a failure. Sounds already like a failure. Wow, I'm telling you. They can't seem to get things right in this country at all. Not even airlines. So it's a nice idea of having flights here from Santa Fe to Cebu, Manila, and what other places they're deciding to serve. But they just can't seem to get it together. Inauguration flight's supposed to be on August 28th. They said there'd be 2 flights a week, but maybe already they're not getting any customers. I don't know. And I'm still reading the same stuff that he's sending me right now. But we are still hoping for the positive outcomes for the more flights. I'm asking why. Is it because not anticipated amount of passengers? Okay, ongoing conversation here. So, kind of had my hopes up, but I think it's going to take a pretty long time for there to be any kind of regularity. And all the money that they sinked into this airport, you know who it benefits? I'm going to tell you who it benefits. They got a skydiving service. They own the airport, basically. That's all the only activity you ever see coming in there. I actually saw a real passenger plane one time. That was like chartered flights. You know what I hear every day? Skydiving planes. That's all we see. So this whole airport and the millions that the governor put into this is going to basically for the skydiving industry. They are still observing about this, sir, and planning to have more flights soon. And I'm just telling them. Sounds like a bust. Well, we'll see. We made reservations for a certain date, and we'll see what happens with that. And we may not keep them. Sure, it'd be great to be able to take a short flight to Cebu instead of going through all the nonsense and expenses that we have to go through. I'd love to take a flight. But it has to be on availability all the time. I'm not always going to Cebu. And certainly, I'd like to go when I'd like to go, not when the airline decides that they're going to have a flight or the availability of seats on that flight. So to me, this sounds like one big bust. Anticipation. For years. We've been waiting for this airport to open up for commercial airline activity. Well, they extended the runway that was demanded. The governor came down many times, ribbon cutting ceremonies and everything. She loves the area. Comes here all the time to vacation. This has been over a period of years, and the airport was still not operational. So much for that. I don't have faith in this proposed airline scheduling, because people, I think, are just going to generally get pissed off and say, look, I want to go on a certain date, but you're only offering on 2 days a week, and that ain't going to work for me. And then coming back, I'd have to stay where I am for another week before I could get a flight back. That's not going to work. fact, I want to tell them right now, this is an agency. Understand something, this is going to be a real bust because people want flights when they want to get it. They don't want to depend on 1 or 2 days a week. They want to get to their destination. They want to be able to come back. And they don't want to have to go through all the rigmarole of going through other forms of transportation. I don't think this is going to work. It's going to be a bust. And I may want to go to Cebu on a certain date, but then I can't because no available airfare is probably all booked up. Henceforth, coming back, well, say I was just going to have a 3-day stay. That means I'd have to stay another 4 days or so at my expense of hotels and eating and everything else to get the next flight back. Seriously? I just don't think this is going to work. And that's what I just had to say. Just now, live. This is an agency, one of them, that's handling these bookings. And they have no clue, even themselves, what's going on with that. They're still waiting to hear. All right, introductory airfare for 1 day, $8.88. Sounds great, huh? Imagine if they had regular flights all the time, back and forth at $8.88. Shit, I'd fly to Cebu or Manila, even if I didn't have to, just for the fare. But you could figure triple or quadruple that price on one way. And that, of course, is going to be based on the availability of seats. So, not everything works out the way you want here in the Philippines, especially when it comes to transportation. Oh, sure, you could always book a flight to, I don't know, once you get to Cebu, go to Mactan, go wherever you want to go in the Philippines. You probably wouldn't be too troublesome, I don't think so. But on any kind of regularity in a province airport like this, on an island, it's not dependable. Now, they spent all this money. This airport's been laying there for years. And, you know, the skydiving business is very grateful to the airport. They own the airport, really, when you think about it. That's all you ever see fly out of here. You might see an occasional plane that comes out of there, but it's not your regular flights. Now, they come to this point where, oh yeah, we got it together now, you know. Well, this was supposed to have been opening up on July 5th, like today or something, today the 5th. No, then they changed it to August 28th. You can't depend on it. You certainly can't depend on your life on it. What if you had a life-saving emergency going on? Can you get a life flight from here to Cebu? I'm not even really sure about that. So, you know, island living is great, but there are some little drawbacks to it, especially when, you know, the system just can't get their act together on just about anything out here, infrastructure, you name it. So, yeah, remember, it is a developing country, to be fair about it. Don't expect the greatest internet, no matter what you got. I've got Spacelink, and I'm not exactly, you know, jumping up and down about it, and especially what I pay per month. A cloud comes by, and you probably lose service. It happened to us many times. So I'm going to pay $2,800 a month. Had to buy my own equipment, my own money, but I own it. But nothing is perfect, I guess, you know. But if you go to live out here, well, I'm just going to tell you, you know, be prepared to be underwhelmed. That's the best thing I can tell you.